everyone, welcome. I have to stop saying that.
Channel. I really need to stop. Hello everyone, welcome back here, and I'm so excited for you to be back. And today is another talk video. Talk Winskies is basically me talking about startups, inspiring, and also talking about startup struggles. Today I'm going to talk about how to overcome a creative block. Okay, it's real. The struggle is real. So how do we prevent or overcome a creative block? If you're a content creator, or you're a blogger, you're a fashion blogger, a beauty blogger, a food blogger, or you are a digital marketer, you create content for your social media to market your business, or you create content for your website. At times where you can just have a creative block, like you don't know what to create, you don't know what to do, maybe there's a project and you're just stuck. It happens, okay, and it's very frustrating. It can even be depressing at times. Okay, I don't know if everyone experiences this. If you're a creative and you've never ever experienced a creative block, comment below and share with us, how do you do it? How do you prevent yourself from experiencing this creative block? Share with us, and hopefully some of us can learn from you, because some of us really experience it sometimes, okay, and it's not a pretty thing, especially if you are doing this as a business, or even if it's a hobby. You want to be consistent. As I said in my last video, consistency is the secret sauce. So if something is blocking your creativity and you need to get content out, you need to promote yourself, you need to promote your business, how do you deal with this? First of all, I'm going to talk about how you can prevent it. So even if, with myself, I've just concluded that I can't prevent it. I can just put systems in place to help me to be able to deal with that phase in my creativity. I don't know if everyone experiences this. If you're a creative and you've never ever experienced a creative block, comment below and share with us, how do you do it? How do you prevent yourself from experiencing this creative block? Okay, share with us, and hopefully some of us can learn from you, because some of us really experience it sometimes, okay, and it's not a pretty thing, especially if you are doing this as a business, or even if it's a hobby. You want to be consistent. As I said in my last video, consistency is the secret sauce. So if something is blocking your creativity and you need to get content out, you need to promote yourself, you need to promote your business, how do you deal with this? First of all, I'm going to talk about how you can prevent it. So even if, with myself, I've just concluded that I can't prevent it. I can just put systems in place to help me to be able to deal with that phase in my creativity. So how do you prevent it, or how do you deal with it when it comes? But I'll just take these 2 points as how to prevent it, okay, because this can also help you to prevent it. Let's take a brand like Coca-Cola or Gucci, like all these big brands. There are even some big brands in Ghana. They are so consistent with their content. How are they doing it? First of all, you need to have a content plan. You can have a content plan for the week, or you can have a content plan for a whole month, okay? Just plan what you're going to put out there, put strategies in place to help you to be consistent. So when you hit a creative block, you can get something to fall back on. There are two types of creatives. There are some people that when they wake up, or when they are going about their normal life, inspiration just comes to them and they create content there and there, and they just put it out there, okay? I personally think that's the best type of creativity, because it comes from like a real place and more people can relate with that type of content. And they are the carefully curated content where everything is planned accordingly, like the time, everything is planned. That's also another great way of putting out content, okay, because you've strategized, you've done your research. It's a lot of work. It's also another good way of putting out content. There are people that plan their content, everything is done so professionally, if I should put it that way, and there are people that just go with the flow. You know, they are natural cases, it just comes to them and they go with it. The risk with just going with the flow is that you can experience a serious creative block. Like, if one morning you wake up and that inspiration doesn't come to you, what do? Okay, or something happens in life, you fall sick and you still need to be consistent. Maybe you've been paid to put out a content on a certain date and you haven't planned exactly what to do and you hit a block. Like, that's risky. Okay, with me, I do the two. I plan and sometimes I go with the flow. So what do I do with going with the flow? I always have sticky notes with me. Okay, I always have sticky notes with me. If you come to my room, there might be sticky notes everywhere because probably I'm cleaning or arranging something and something comes to me. I just write it down and stick it. I also have a board where I'm able to plan everything that I would want to do or put out. There was a year, I think it was 2018, was my serious go with the flow year, and luckily for me, every morning when I wake up, something comes to mind, so I just go with it. Comes to mind, I go with it. I mean, it still happens, but I realized that it's also very important to plan your content so you can fall back on it when you're experiencing a creative block. Right now, as we speak, I'm experiencing a creative block. One thing about creative blocks is it can make you want to quit whatever you're doing, okay? And you don't have to allow that. You don't have to allow it to make you want to quit or make you feel bad or make you feel down. In my creative block phase, it came to me, what if someone else is experiencing this and I put out content to help that person? So I'm still creating in my creative block. So you can still create when you're having a creative block. The inspiration can just be there. Okay, so that's one tip. Another thing you can do when you're experiencing a creative block, you can just stop, just take a break. Probably you need a break, take it. Okay, it's not a competition, it's not a rush. Take that break to regroup and get your mind right. You can find inspiration. Go to Pinterest, Tumblr. There are all sorts of social media platforms that would inspire you to want to create something for yourself or for your brand. So find inspiration elsewhere, and you can also find inspiration from other niches. Let's say you are a food blogger, you can watch a fashion blogger, how they put together their content. Maybe you just need a change. Okay, so you can do that, find inspiration elsewhere. Another thing you can do is to recycle old content. Okay, so maybe there's something that you created 2 years ago that did so well, the engagement was good. Don't be afraid or feel a certain kind of way to bring it back, because within that time that you posted it, you might have gotten more followers or people that didn't even know you back then, or haven't had the time to go all the way down in your feed to see those posts. So you can just bring back those posts just to buy you some time to be able to put yourself back together when you're having a creative block. So recycling, you created it for a purpose. I mean, one thing that excites me is that when I'm posting stuff on my business page and I post content that was created like 2-3 years ago, and they are still able to make me sales 3 years later, like, isn't that mind-blowing? So you created it for a purpose, you created it to use it, so don't be afraid to recycle old content. Is it reuse or recycle? Old content. Okay. Another thing you can do is block out the noise. Okay, get off social media. Okay, get off, because every day we keep scrolling, we keep seeing all sorts of things. Our minds are so busy, and with creativity, sometimes you just need that peace and calm and quiet to just get your mind right. So you can block out the noise when you're experiencing a creative block, just to get your juices back. Okay. Another thing you can do when you're experiencing a creative block is to help other people. God didn't give you your gifts for just you. Okay, your creative gifts, He didn't give it for just you. Okay, you're meant to use it to also help other people. Probably there's someone that has been asking you to help them to start a YouTube channel, or they've been asking you how can they do this, how do you do this, and you're too busy to, maybe you've given them some pointers, but you're too busy to actually give them into details what they need to do. Okay, so you can just help someone. Don't ignore this sign that a creative block can also mean you should redirect or re-strategize everything, or take another route to get to your destination. Okay, let's put it this way. You are being consistent. The aim is to be consistent, and probably every morning you take oatmeal and bread every morning, every single day, every morning. It can get very tiring, so probably you're supposed to add something else to spice that oatmeal. Maybe you're supposed to add some fruits, or maybe you're even supposed to change the breakfast. Okay, so probably that block is a sign for you to redirect and re-strategize to get to your, it's not a destination, it's a journey. You keep going. So maybe it's probably a sign for you to take another route and continue your journey. Another thing you can do, which is the first thing that you should even do, is to pray. Okay, just pray about it, because who is the most creative person that you know? The most creative person that I know is God, because He created us. He created us in His image. So if He's creative, I am creative. Okay, so I'll fall back on Him to be able to get my creative juices running again. The next time you experience a creative block, don't think about quitting. Don't let it get you depressed. Take that break that you need. It's not a race. Take your time, and I promise you, you will get it back. So I hope these tips helped someone out there. I hope you share this video with someone that you know that is going through a creative block. If you've gone through one, you've overcome one, share in the comment section below with us, and let's chit chat. Let's empower each other. Okay, keep creating, keep being amazing, and don't quit. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, guys, you are watching the video, you are doing amazing. The analytics are amazing. You are not subscribing. So if you haven't subscribed, just click the subscribe button below, and let's become one big happy family. Okay, thank you so much for coming back here, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.